In the name of the Almighty Allah, the Beneficial and Merciful. Praise be to Almighty Allah, who created the universe, with the heavens above and the earth below. Praise be to the Almighty Allah, who created all creatures, big and small, angels and human beings. Peace and blessing be upon the Almighty, His last and His best of all His prophets, to whom the Holy Quran was revealed. Peace and blessing be upon the Holy Prophet's daughter, Lady Fatima, the leader of all women, past, present and future. Peace and blessing be upon all true 12 successors of the Holy Prophet, Imam Ali being the first, and Ahmadi being the 12th one, who was alive, but out of our sight by the command of the Almighty Allah. Mercy and blessing of Almighty be upon all of you. Assalamu alaikum. So brothers, today is another day with Muharram. Our hearts will be more gentler. We will be feeling more pain. The no-hurt will increase, and so will the amount of azlari. So we may feel that we are the only ones who remember this and mourn. But I must tell you that in many continents, in many countries around the world, the day of Ashura is a day that many Muslims from all over, within other beliefs, within Islam, remember. In fact, over 1 billion people around the world mourn the tragic grave of Karbala, and they are not all Hussainis and Shias. All Muslims, whether Shias or not, believe that the Imam was the grandson, and the sacrifice he made was so great, and he did it for the truth and for justice. All Muslims, Shia or not, also believe that the sacrifice was needed to destroy Yazid. We must remember that it's not only the Shias who remember this. Even the Sunnis and other followers of within Islam also follow, and they have love for Imam Hussein. They were never enemies of Imam, and nor were they ever friends of Yazid. Also, the Sunnis do not agree with what Yazid did, but all of them and all Muslims are grateful of what our Imam and the sacrifice that their family made. All Muslims called Imam Hussein the King of Martyrs. Many of them named their children Ali Asghar, Hussein, Abbas, Ali Akbar, Sakina, Zainab, and so on. They do not hate us. They also have a level of love and passion. Now their level of passion may not be the same as ours, but they also believe what happened was to save Islam. I touch on this topic today because what we will see over the next few days is many lives being sacrificed. Around the world, in many adare, in many majlises, in many places where Shia will be gathering, there will be bombs and there will be the losses of lives. So this battlefield of Karbala is everywhere. So what we must remember, that Karbala is everywhere, and the followers of Husseiniyyat are everywhere. So it's extremely important that during this time that the education we receive, we actually educate our brothers within the other groups of Islam of actually what happened. You'll be surprised by how many don't actually know the event of what actually happened. Many of them have been told the Chinese whisper, and they're being told that the followers of the Al-Bayt will mainly wear black. They will go and do martyrdom, they won't enjoy anything and this and so on. What we actually need to do as brothers and sisters is actually educate them. Because naturally, as humans, you fear the unknown. There are many people, especially the generation before us who came here to the UK, came with very little knowledge, but a lot of passion for the religion. So now we see it slightly different, where people are learning more knowledge and also having the passion. So what we must do is educate but not debate. Because when we start to debate, we start to argue and passion comes out. What we really need to do is build a bridge between all Muslims. We need unity. Amongst Muslims, we have this huge challenge. We can't, constantly say that we have a battle against the West. We have a battle against non-believers. But for us to be pure and strong, we must be united in between. It is extremely important that we also educate our fellow colleagues and friends who may not be even Muslims, so our Christians, what is their view? And if reference even in the Bible of what happened in Karbala, what will happen. We must also educate our other brothers, people who follow Sikhism, Hinduism and Judaism, because I feel that they will agree once they find out that what our Imam did for us was absolutely amazing, and that our religion stands here today for those sacrifices. In the same way, I had somebody ask me that, you lot constantly say bad things about Yazid and you swear to him, and I actually explained to him that what we say is we say bad things to Yazid and Husseiniyyat is two different things. The followers of Hussein follow Husseiniyyat. So we don't actually stand and swear at anybody. What we do is we disagree with the followers of that. And like I said yesterday, this war is still on. And what we must do is become strong. And we must educate each other to build a link and build bridges between us. I urge all of us, for whatever knowledge we have, as long as it's the correct knowledge, share it. Educate others so that we can build this unity. So that when our final Imam arises, that we are all united and we fight together. If you have a car with 4 wheels and one tire is flat, it will go the other way and you will not get to your destination. And what we do is we ensure that every single tire is running at the right air pressure. Because if one is not right, you will also drift away. In the same way, all of us must be reciting, all of us must be praying, all of us must give back to our community, we must be giving zakat. We must all try to be united and follow Islam. Salawat. Now let's focus on Karbala. Let's focus on the pain that the children are going through. Today, I will discuss the true element. I will discuss about something that changed so quickly and so fast, and I will talk about something that is faster than anything that I have come across. So, I tell you that our Imam was not ready to fight on the 9th. He had called his brother Abbas, the commander of the small army. And yesterday I emphasized on the quality, but not the quantity element. He said, "O Abbas, O commander, go to the Yazid and tell him that we will fight him tomorrow and not today." So Abbas again listened to his brother, and he went and asked, and he was granted that request. So why did our Imam want one more night? Is it to pray, to spend some more time with his family, with his children, so that he can wait for help? Now at that time they did not have technology where they could email, ring, text, Facebook somebody and say, "Come and support us." They knew their destiny. They sat there and there was a reason. So our Imam said that he was waiting for a special guest. So who was this guest? This guest was Hud. So who is Hud? Where has he come from? How has he entered this? Is he not the same person who made the caravans move away from the river? Was he not on the opposite side? Yeah, he was. He was the captain when he had over 1,000 people and he forced them into Karbala. Hud's name means to be free. So he lived up to his name and he freed himself from hell and moved to heaven. The events of Karbala teach us many lessons. Hud taught us an amazing lesson. We should think of Hud all the time during our lives. He had the choice between hell and heaven. He chose the glory of the world after, or he had the option of pleasure in the wrong hands, and he decided to go the right way. It is never too late to ask for forgiveness. Hud chose heaven and he chose happiness, and he will have the benefits after. So brothers, what we learn from there, that it is never too late to change. If you have done something wrong, speak to your mullah and apologize and try and take the steps to change. We do this. You may be speeding. It may be 30 miles speed limit and you may be doing 40. And suddenly you think, actually,